Alright, what's up guys? So, Bodycam Edition has uploaded a video titled Racist Neighbors. Not Neighbor, I thought it was just Neighbor. But, wow. Alright, so it's multiple neighbors. Okay, but anyways, yeah, Racist Neighbors from Hell. Dang, I don't know how did I not see the S? I just thought, it's just gonna be the one, but dang, bruh. People, they just crazy, man. I don't get the idea of being, like, racist to you shouldn't be racist at all, but if you're gonna be racist to people that literally live right next door to you, or, yeah, it's like an apartment complex, but yeah, I never understood it. I've had my fair share of experience with racist neighbors, and, yeah, it's just crazy. It's like, fam, like, I know where you live. Like, if I was one of them crazy people that do some stuff to a person's home, it's like, yeah, you shouldn't, overall, the message that I'm trying to, put out there, don't be racist, okay? Don't be racist at all. Even if somebody is racist to you, still, it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, you gotta really sit down and analyze the situation. You're not going to win a fight where you're being racist to that individual, so... But anyways, now let's go ahead and check out this video. Make sure if you guys haven't, go subscribe to Bodycam Edition for more videos like this. And with that being said...
Hey, keep your hands up. If you don't follow our directions, we cannot guarantee your safety. I believe you have a firearm on you.
On April 1st, 2022, officers were dispatched to an apartment complex following reports of a woman pointing a gun at her neighbors during an altercation.
Hello.
Oh, wow.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello. What's going on?
Do you speak Spanish?
Nope. What's going on?
My neighborhood in the first floor, in this moment,
Is it 204?
yes,
The window that's right there?
it's in the first floor.
Bottom
It's
I couldn't make out who the people were, but I'm like, I'm just hoping that it's not, it's not a person of color, and it's one of those things where I'm like, man, I just don't get when it'd be a person of color being racist to another person of color, and it's like, fam, we might come from different parts of the world, but it's like you should understand more than anybody. But yeah, it might be a situation where they're not racist, but they're taking their anger out on them because it's like, oh, I done dealt with your kind before, and it's like, fam, yeah, it's like, yeah, you dealt with people in that group, but it's like not them in particular. That's just one thing that I never understood, is that you're getting mad at people that ain't did nothing to you. It's like, it's weird. But anyway,
it's gone in my
they threatened us with a gun.
For what
yes,
reason? What happened prior to that?
They spit on the front door for no reason, and when my parents go to
this is out here in Washington.
They had a gun and they threatened us with a gun.
Do you know the language line phone number?
hey, yeah, there's some racist people out here in Washington. You'd be surprised.
I don't generally trust the family translators.
I didn't think it was a big deal if it's not like, you're not using the suspect's like sister to translate.
Officers contacted a translator line, and the couple explained that a young couple had been harassing them since they moved into the apartment complex, including using racial slurs and repeatedly vandalizing their vehicle.
That's crazy.
They expressed fear for their family's safety.
So just to confirm, it was the female of the apartment that had the gun and pointed it at the female here.
They should have like one of those apps, because they always be promoting it, where it's like you talk through and then it translate, and then they talk through and then they translate back. So just to eliminate, well, I feel like they'll put them people out of a job. I was just a recommendation, but anyway.
Sí, sí.
And did she verbalize? Did she verbalize any threats when she pointed the gun at her? Did she threaten to shoot her? Did she threaten to kill her?
Sí. Sí. Ella nos dijo, latinos malditos, les voy a matar.
Yeah, she said to us, you damn Latins, we're going to kill you.
And that was after they had spit on their door handle?
Y eso fue después de que ellos escupieron en su manija de la puerta.
Sí.
So did they see him spit on the door handle?
¿Ustedes vieron a esta persona escupir en la manija de la puerta?
Sí.
Okay, thank you for your help. I'm gonna we're gonna have to work on some stuff here for a little bit, but I appreciate your help.
Thank you. If that's all for interpreter, thank you for using our services.
All right, thank you. Bye bye.
Felony harassment or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, claims that
Felony harassment.
claims that Nail spit on their door handle, made some racially derogatory comments towards them, and then when she was asking why they did that, the girl came out.
Dang, Federal Way, that's not too far from here.
She was gonna kill you Latins. Racially.
I guess just check with Workman if he wants to try and do a call out, or just we have her identified.
Well, I'm just gonna
Problem
call
is
her
they
on the.
live
Yeah, they live right next to each other. Are they they live right next to you, or they live above you? Below you?
Yes. On the first
So they live underground,
I live
and then
in
you live on the
second
main.
floor, and us we live in
So
the
like this
first.
one right here, you live up the first steps,
They're one
and they live down.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna be trying to contact the person with the gun. Is there a way if you guys can just maybe park your car somewhere up there while we're dealing with this? Just maybe park it another block up so you're not right in front of here. Is that okay? Okay. Yeah, because we're gonna be here trying to see if she'll come out and. I mean, if that's your protocol, otherwise, I mean, we're just trying to see if we can handle this just by talking her to come out and. Whatever it's easier.
Yeah.
I just want you guys to just move somewhere because you're right in front of where the people are.
It sounds like a culmination of, I don't know, I guess there's a bunch of noise complaints in the history from 104. So I don't know if this is stuff coming to a head from a year's worth of neighborly problems or whatnot. These people say that they've never had any of their own problems, you know, they've never caused any issues. Today they observed the male half that's in there apparently spit on their door handle. They went out and confronted him about why they did that. He said because they're Mexican or Hispanic, Latin. And then while
I just don't be getting that because I'm like, I grew up. That's like, I could think back when I was in elementary, one of the first friends that I made, it was a person, I don't know exactly like, you know, what he was, but he was Hispanic. And that's just something where I'm like, I don't get where it's like, it be Hispanic people, they just be getting it. But I mean, it's like that for a lot of different races out there where it's like there's always that one person that gets hated on for no reason. It's like, again, if there is somebody within my race that upsets you, that's on them. I ain't did nothing to you. So that's why I'm like, it just trips me out. Like, just even the times where it's like, whether it's the internet or in real life, where it's like people say or do some racist things to me, and it's like, okay, explain then what exactly did I do to you? I'm like, before this thing goes any further, explain what have I done to you? Because if I done something to you, then it's like, okay, then I did something. But it's like you taking your anger out on somebody that ain't did that. And it's just, that's the confusing part about racism. And it's like, you know, people shouldn't be racist at all. But yeah, it's like, it's one of those things where I'm like, if it's, I don't know, like I couldn't really make out, you know, the distance or like who it was in the distance, but I'm like, man, if it's some black people, I'm like, you guys are not in no position to be out here being racist. I'm like, you guys got your own self to be worried about. That's the last thing you need to be doing. But I mean, it's like that for anybody. It's like, you know, don't just go and just be racist to anybody and things. But yeah, it's like, it's just one of those things. I just feel like people would try to defend that or argue with it. And it's like, so you're overall defending racist action. So I'm like, somebody does these same things to you, then it's like, how you react to that? How would you react to somebody spitting on your door, yelling crazy racist things to you? It's like, you're going to feel a certain way about that. So there ain't no defense for it. People shouldn't be racist at all, but
an argument about that. The female came out with a black handgun and pointed it at the female victim and said she was going to kill them because they're Latin. So like almost like a malicious harassment type deal as well.
So they're in 102?
They're in 104. So bottom...
Suspects are on the bottom?
Suspects are on the bottom level. Victims live right above them. We have the victims over there. She has a phone number and stuff.
It's like, you should know that you're going to get the... If you doing things like that, you should know you're going to get the cops called on you. So that's just dumb on their part for doing that stuff.
We can try, we can call it and say,
it's like, you're trying to get arrested.
Come on out. We're not going away. We need to deal with this now.
What's her name?
Anissa Houston.
Before contacting the woman, officers gathered additional details.
Did she witness any of this? Did you see any of this?
Yes.
You did see it? What did you see?
The only thing I saw is that they were, well, the guy was walking to our door and then he just spit on the front door.
Was your front door open when that happened?
No, it wasn't open.
So how did you guys see that?
Oh, because we were like right. My mom was coming down and they were like going, but then when they saw us, they went up and then they started then the spit on the door.
So where were you guys at? Were you outside?
Yes, we were outside and then.
Okay. Because I'm still a little bit confused. So maybe you can clarify this for me. Okay. So in this entire interaction that's happened, were you guys inside your apartment,
No, we
or
were
you were
outside.
in the parking lot?
We were outside.
You're in the parking lot.
Yes.
Okay. And you just saw those people walk up from their apartment unit
Yeah.
up to your door,
Yes.
and you watched them spit on the door handle.
Yeah.
So then you came over and confronted them about that? Is
Yeah.
that what happened?
Yes.
And then what? And then he said, the guy said something about spitting
Latinas,
on the
yes.
spitting on the door because
They
they're
said-
Latino.
Yeah, we were Latin, and then they said that we were gross. And
Okay. And so at that point, where are you guys all standing during that
we were
interaction?
standing outside.
Outside, like on the curb in front of the
Yes.
building.
Yes.
Okay.
In front of the
Okay.
building.
And so and so from there, where did you guys go?
Then we came to our car, and then then my mom. Well, they both go to their apartment, and then they knock on the door and tell them.
So
what-
you guys went to your apartment?
No, we went to.
Okay. So you say
their
they.
apartment.
So
yeah.
they is them. They
Yeah.
went to their own apartment.
Yeah.
You're still standing out in the parking lot.
Yes.
And then what happened?
They opened the door and then they pointed us with the gun.
Okay, where were they standing when they did that?
They were standing in front in el departamento.
Desde
She-
su puerta.
Yeah, from her door, and she pointed at us with the gun.
Okay. And then what did she say when she said she threatened her?
She said, "We're gonna kill you, and you're disgusting."
That's when she had the gun?
Yes.
Have you guys had problems with them over the year?
Yes.
And what are the nature of the problems?
They started.
Noise complaints?
Yes,
Is it,
noise
okay.
complaints.
What is the complaint? That you guys are too loud?
Yes, and then when
It's just things like that where I'm like, fam, I done had noisy neighbors to where it's like they either outside being loud, the neighbors next door, whatever the situation is. It's like, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know, with me, I have to say I don't trip about stuff like that. Like I just remember the one time where it was construction going on outside my house, and it was like, yeah, it would be like all hours of the day, and I'm like, all right, it's like just let them do their thing and then go on about my business. And I'm like, yeah, it's just one of those things where I guess like I don't allow stuff like that to get to me, and I just have a feeling people are gonna try to argue with that, like, oh, well, they shouldn't be loud, they shouldn't be. Fam, I don't know if it's the parents, if it's the kids. It's like you can't stop kids from being loud. So that's just one of those things. I'm like, kids is gonna be kids. They gonna be loud. So I'm like, I was loud when I was a kid. That's just how kids are. Yeah, it's like the parents should tell them to keep it down, but it's like, fam, they kids. Let them have fun, But yeah, I still don't think that's a reason to spit on somebody's door and point a gun at them because they're being loud. It's like, be loud back if it bothers you that much, but yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, nah, you got people out there where it's like they just don't need to be around other people and things because yeah, they don't know how to act, and that's why it's gonna probably end up being a situation where to me, if they get it, not them, these guys, but if it's the neighbors that they're talking about, they find themselves getting arrested, they brought down themselves. So
we're too loud, they just bang on the door.
Okay.
So on the floor.
Dile que cuando tú te ríes, ellos golpean.
And you said it's a black handgun?
Yes.
Okay. All right, just keep waiting.
The couple in question was spotted leaving their apartment a minute later.
You're under arrest and we have reason to believe you have a weapon on you. If you fail to comply, we're going to shoot you with a 40 millimeter. It's going to hurt. Walk backwards.
Nope.
No.
I can't
Because
tell.
we're investigating a gun-related crime. We don't want to get hurt. We don't want you to get hurt. So walk toward us.
Hey, keep your hands up. If you don't follow our directions, we cannot guarantee your safety. I believe you have a firearm on you.
Hey, do not reach for anything. Hands up. Hands up in the air. Put your hands on top of your head. There you go. Now walk back towards us. realize you got sandals on. It's hard. Turn around, face away from me. Put your hands on top of your head.
Put your hands under there.
Put your phone in your pocket. No, you're under arrest. For assault in second degree and malicious harassment. Yes.
I mean, got a spear? What is that? Is that a baton?
Okay. Well, we're gonna answer all those questions.
Like, that man,
You have the right to remain silent, so...
I just can't make out what this wooden thing is on this cop's, like, on his side. Like, this man got a whole spear. They're like, nah, that's... I ain't know cops had spears. I'm like, that's something where I'm like, huh. Now, I feel like out of everything, like, yeah, you can see a taser, you can see a gun, you can see a lot of different things a cop is holding, even like them beanbag type guns and stuff. But if I see a cop holding a spear, I'm like, hey, look, I'm like, nah, bro, I give up. Like, because you know something that ain't just something you just grab. Like, no, you know about spears, bruh. So yeah, I'm like, nah, I'm giving up. I'm like, whatever crime, I'm like, yeah, I give up. I admit to the crimes. You got a spear, bro. What could I tried running. You done did some apocalypto stuff. Nah, bro, I'm good. So I'm like, yeah, you got this.
What's that?
We'll go talk to him.
You can go talk to him now. Come on, come back here.
Everything's being audio, video recorded. Do you live in the apartment with her? Okay. So we're here. We're investigating a dispute between you guys and a neighbor.
Pat your pockets, okay, bud?
In that dispute, it was alleged there was a gun that was used in a crime, okay? So what we would like is permission to go inside of the apartment and recover that gun. You have a right to refuse that permission, and if you do, we are going to ask a judge for consent for a search warrant. So it's entirely up to you. We can ask the judge, or we can make it a lot easier and quicker, but it's entirely up to you and her.
I think she should make that first.
Okay, so we'll talk to her first, but we're going to need your decision as well. So we'll ask her first and then go from there, okay?
I'm going to read you your rights, and if you haven't been told, you're being recorded, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right at this time to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. You understand each of the rights as I have explained them to you? So do you wish to talk to us understanding your rights? Okay.
Okay.
Have you been told what you're being... Okay. Officer Shaw will give you the lowdown.
Okay, so you have no idea. You're being recorded, by the way. You have no idea why we're here. Is that the case? Did you have any sort of interaction earlier within the last hour with anybody that would lead somebody to call 911?
The neighbors were yelling and screaming.
The neighbors were yelling and screaming?
And they spit on our doorknob. We literally just cleaned it.
They spit on your doorknob?
Yes.
Okay.
We just
So
cleaned it. You could smell the Clorox.
So can you tell me about that interaction and what happened?
We were, like, my car's the gray one right there.
Okay, the Kia?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were going inside, and they started walking, or there
You're
was
going inside from your car?
Yeah, we just
Okay.
went home, because I was getting food.
Okay.
Their car is somewhere over there.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's like a blue one?
I don't know.
Okay.
There was just a girl standing outside. By
Okay.
the cars.
So you saw the car?
Yeah.
And then what?
Well, I just saw. I knew that it had. Anyways, so can I like point? Sorry, I'm tough with my hands.
It's fine.
So we were walking down those little stairs and.
To your unit?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was going like already down the stairs of my apartment. And they were coming down their stairs because they have to come from above, you know. And apparently they bumped into him, and
They bumped into who?
Jason.
Jason?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they bumped into him, and they're like, he said, they could have said excuse me, and I turned around and I said excuse you, and I went inside. And then he went outside. I'm just eating my food, which is still on the table. And I hear them like the guy.
My thing is like you don't just bump into somebody. So it's like I feel like there had to have been some stuff that went down prior beforehand that led to this moment. Because my thing is this: I walk past people all the time. I ain't never had it where it been some random people just bump into me and things, unless like we just unaware of our surroundings. And yeah, it's by accident. You know, it's like we usually look at each other like, oh, excuse me, my bad, and then we go on about our business. But it's like somebody bumps into me and they don't say nothing. I'm like, either they know me from somewhere, it's a friend that is messing around with me or something. But it's like I just don't think that people are crazy enough to do some crap like that. And if they are, then I'm like, yeah, then they obviously got some mental issues, But I don't know. Looking at that family, they just don't look like they're, they ain't got no, they don't have no mental issues. I'm like, I mean, yeah, they could be, just got a side of crazy to them to where it's like they just play things out to where things fall in their favor. But and if that is the case, I'm like, they will face their karma one day. But if not, then I'm like, yeah, then it's like I said, something done happened between you guys to where it led to this moment, So that's something that you don't do, though, is like you start flashing guns at people, especially if they ain't flashing no gun to you. But anyway.
Come to the door, like, making that noise for spit. And I see him, like, bending over spitting. And the neighbors have a camera, you can see them spitting. And I literally was telling him, like, get away. They're yelling and cursing and, like, talking in Spanish. I don't even know what they're saying. And then they started, like, she started recording me. I just saw her phone.
Where were they at when this was happening?
Like, where the stairs meet.
Okay. So, then what happened?
I was telling them to do it again. Because they were spitting. I'm like, spit again, please. Spit again.
The door was open when this happened?
Yeah, because they're being recorded. I'm like, spit again, please. And I just closed the door on the inside because she started, like, pulling her phone out after she spit on my door. Or he did.
Okay. Did you make any threats to them at all about what you would do if they kept spitting on the door? Did you say you'd kick their ass, kill them, shoot them, anything like that?
I'm 5'5". He's a grown man.
It doesn't. I mean, that's neither here nor there. Did you think about calling 911 when this was going on?
I told Jason to, but he said, like, there's no point because they were already calling.
Okay.
You could hear them outside.
Did you threaten them with a weapon of any sort?
No, they were just over here yelling at us and screaming.
Okay. Did you point a gun at anyone? Do you own a gun?
Yes.
Before you continue, which neighbors do you say had cameras that would have seen this?
Next to me. They're really
next to you?
Yeah.
So what unit would that be?
103.
103? Yeah.
So
She lied, and as she mentioned, the incident was captured on her neighbor's camera. Shortly after the couple went inside, the man returned and did exactly what they had accused the other couple of, spitting on their doorknob.
So it's like, yeah, why? My thing is this. I'm like, unless they just really want to get these guys in trouble. But I'm like, where's the neighbors? Because I'm like, I don't know. I just think that would be a key part of the video that you wouldn't want to cut out and stuff. So, I mean, it's like, yeah, because it did transition. So it's like people very well could have. But I'm like, why would they cut that part out? Unless, like, whoever it is that's behind this channel. But I imagine that whoever it is that is behind this channel or whoever managed to get the video, they're not going to do no stuff like that. So, yeah, that's just something where I'm like, yeah, it ain't falling in your guys' favor. I'm going to tell you that much.
The couple overheard it and returned to confront the man.
Why you calling me? Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Okay, Armada. Do it again.
After reviewing the footage, officers obtained a warrant to search the home and retrieve the firearm.
Yeah, do the usual.
Yeah, that's something where it's like, ma'am, if the thing is this, if you don't have a license to carry a gun, you do not need to be holding a gun. Even, yeah, and let's just say the neighbors, they spit on your door, they say racist things to you, they do all that. It's like, when you weigh out, like, which crime is worse, like, yeah, and that's the thing, where it's like, if the neighbors did do that, like I said, they will face their karma, you know, if they did do anything to them. But it's like, you gotta understand that when it comes down to laws and, you know, crimes and all that stuff, you holding a gun and you're not even licensed to carry a gun or any of that, it's just, yeah, it's a bad look, you know. So it's just one of those things. I know people would be all like, because I remember it was another video where somebody was like commenting, trying to, like, I guess defend the person that was like the, you know, the main like recording portion of the body cam video. And I'm like, yeah, I get that, you know, most people will be upset in that case, but it's like, you gotta like look at it as like, whatever crime is going to be the highest, like, or it's going, like, there's more of a punishment behind it, it's like, that's the crime that you don't need to be committing. Anything else, it's like, yeah, I guess, you know, but yeah, it's like, if they did do something, it's like, okay, record them if they are in the wrong. But it's like, yeah, as soon as that body cam footage, or not body cam, but that security camera footage came out, and it's like, yeah, all that stuff, it's all out the window. It's like, you gonna be the main one getting in trouble.
I can bring you back a case number if you want to hang out.
Did you say there's something you wanted from your place?
Am I leaving?
Yes, you're going to jail. So
What?
I can ask your
Can I get a jacket?
I can ask your friend to get some stuff for you, and you can bring it to my car since we'll be there for a second.
So
Does
what?
she have a jacket or something?
Yeah, so,
Can you get one with the hood?
yeah, so we have, you know, footage of everything, just so you're aware that, you know, there's footage of everything that happened, and that's why you're going to jail tonight.
Okay, so when do I go home? I don't understand how this works.
You'll see a judge, and you know, you'll know what you're being charged with, and then they'll either deny you a bail or they'll give you a bail, and if you post it, you go home.
Yeah, maybe they might give her a bail, but yeah, they definitely gonna confiscate that gun. And it is gonna be a situation where I can't think of the name of the crime, but it's like, yeah, that is a crime. If you ain't got a license to carry a gun and you out flashing the gun at people, that is a crime. Like, that's, you know, I don't know what it'll be. I think it'll probably fall in the felony category and things. But yeah, maybe, you know, might get bail and then you can leave. But if not, then yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, you know, lesson learned. Don't flash guns, especially don't flash guns at a situation where it's like it's just, you know, neighbors doing. It's like, call the cops if anything's to let, you know, them know it's like, hey, they doing some crap in front of my house. But if not that, then if they flash a gun at you, then yeah, that's when it's like, okay, then I feel like you have every single right to stand your ground and protect yourself. But yeah, that's just something where it's like, you know, people, they get overly upset, and it's like, that's just not a smart thing to do. But anyways,
the next trial date or court scheduled date.
So the only way I go home is bail?
Sometimes they just let you out without bail, and just if you've never done anything before, they might just, you know, say, make sure you come to your court date, a warrant will be issued for your arrest, kind of thing.
Should I keep my phone? Like,
it's up to you. I mean, I can take it and turn it off, so that way when you get released, they'll give you your phone back.
I think that'd be better.
You can ask for that. Just stand there real quick. I'm gonna open this door. You also have her phone. She'd like to take that with her.
that's probably why because at one point she started crying, and I was thinking like, yeah, it's probably my thing is this: if you ain't did nothing wrong, you're not gonna be crying. Because I'm like, I guess if I'm in a situation like this where I know I didn't do anything wrong, I ain't gonna be off up in no cop car crying. I'm like, nah. I'm like, once when this they see the security camera and every other thing, every bit of evidence that they need to see, I'm like, I ain't got no reason to cry. So that's why I'm like, yeah, they out here making up lies about me, but the camera says otherwise. Yeah, so I'm like, you know, in cases like this, I'm like, yeah, record if somebody's doing something to you. But, you know, if you're the main aggressor, then yeah, it's like, then fam, that's why you off up in the back of a squad car crying.
You want to wear one?
Yeah.
I mean, I can put it on your, kind of here on top.
Huh? Do you have the numbers?
You want it around your back or just on your lap?
Oh, I can't. Well, around my back, I guess. Call my sister.
What's your number? Go ahead.
3237.
And so if you want to get her phone, I'll turn it off, but that way she'll have some battery when she gets out.
Call her phone?
Well, she wants her cell phone. Do you know where it is?
Yeah, I have it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, it'll go with her. Okay. What's your plan tonight? You going somewhere? You going back to your apartment?
Just planning on going to get some pets.
Okay. I'm just going to caution you that I know it's hard that we're leaving and you're beefing with your neighbors, but if we come back out here again, usually somebody else has to go to jail. So I'm going to tell them the same thing. Don't talk to each other. Don't interact with each other. This is now a criminal case, and the courts will take it from here. You guys don't have to ever speak to each other again, okay? All right.
The woman was charged with assault with a firearm, as her actions of pointing a firearm at someone constituted the use of a deadly weapon to intimidate or threaten, meeting the legal criteria for this charge under Washington state law, even though the weapon was not discharged. The woman was sentenced to 12 months of probation, 200 hours of community service, and required to attend anger management classes. She was also fined $1,000 and ordered to move out of the neighborhood as part of the court's ruling. No jail time was imposed due to her lack of prior criminal
I didn't
history.
know they could do that.
Share your thoughts below and remember to like and subscribe for more videos.
That's crazy. And I can tell you guys right now, like, living in Washington, I'm like, rent is high, everything is high, so dang, that's crazy that all that it happened. But I mean, at the end of the day, though, it's like, you gotta think about it. Okay, she goes back to that apartment. Let's say, you know, it's like, okay, things just pretty much go back down to zero. But one might park in the other's parking spot. The next thing you know, an argument then took place. And then this second time around, somebody actually did end up losing their life. Because it could be the Hispanic family. They go out and get a gun. And then you start approaching them on some, like, you know, wild behavior. Then they get the shooting. So, yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, it probably is for the best that they did have to, you know, move up out of there. But yeah, it's just, you know, lesson learned. It's like, if it's a situation where it's like you feel that your life is, you know, threatened, that's the one and only time when you need to pull out a weapon. But like, if it's just on some stuff where, yeah, it's like neighbors spitting on your door, don't bring out a gun for that. It's like, that's something where it's like, because this is what usually ends up happening and stuff. So, but anyways, yeah, make sure if you guys haven't, go subscribe. Dang, this is the second video I don't watch where then, well, there was 3 videos it took place, but I'm like, yeah, dang, because there was the other one where it was Federal Way High School, then dang, I'm like, Federal Way, it ain't no joke, man. But anyways, but yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. If I didn't say it, make sure you guys go subscribe to Body Cam Edition. I feel like I didn't say it, but anyways, like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.